Was the Quran compiled by Muhammad or after his death? Muslims often say the Quran was compiled and preserved during the lifetime of Muhammad. But when we look at Islamic sources themselves, a different picture emerges. The question is simple. Was the Quran actually compiled by Muhammad, or was it put together after his death? Revelation came gradually over 23 years, in different situations and on different occasions. Verses were memorized, written on scattered materials like bones, leaves, and stones. But there is no verse in the Quran that says Muhammad gathered the entire revelation into a single, bound book. Many of the companions who had memorized large portions of the Quran were killed in battle, especially during the Battle of Yamama. This alarmed the leadership. Umar feared that if more reciters died, parts of the Quran could be lost. As a result, the first compilation of the Quran was ordered, not by Muhammad, but by Caliph Abu Bakr, the first caliph after Muhammad's death. Zayd ibn Thabit was assigned to collect the Quran from written fragments and from the memories of men. This alone tells us something important. The Quran was not yet a single collected book when Muhammad died. Later, during the Caliphate of Uthman, the situation became even more complicated. Different regions were reciting the Quran differently. To prevent division, Uthman ordered a standardized version and commanded that other copies be destroyed. This means the final form of the Quran Muslims read today was finalized decades after Muhammad's death, not during his lifetime. But approval is not the same as compilation. Oral transmission depends on human memory, which Islamic sources themselves admit was imperfect. That is precisely why a written compilation became necessary in the first place. This raises a deeper issue. If Muhammad had overseen a complete, finalized Quran, there would have been no need for emergency collection after his death, no fear of loss, and no need for later standardization. The fact that these steps were taken proves that the Quran existed in pieces, not as a complete book. So what Muslims call the Quran today is the result of a post-Muhammad process: collection, verification, selection, and standardization. This does not mean Muslims fabricated it, but it does mean the claim that the Quran was fully compiled and finalized by Muhammad himself is historically inaccurate. The real question, then, is not whether Muslims believe the Quran is divine. History shows the process, and if truth does not fear investigation, then asking when and by whom the Quran was compiled should never be a problem.